Hello student, I am Imran Ali, assistant professor from Noida Institute of Engineering and Technology, Greater Noida. In earlier lecture, we had discussed about circular flow of income, where I had discussed about that flow of money is good for the economy and better that the money should be continuously keep on investing. I had discussed circular flow of income in 2 sector economy, in 3 sector economy and in 4 sector economy. Today, I am going to discuss about inflation and what are the causes of inflations, what are the different types of the inflation and why the inflation is what kind of impact it is having on the entire economy. So, the objectives of the sessions are, it is to discuss basic concept of economy, what exactly it is inflation and how does inflation impact the performance or overall economy. Next, it is to distinguish between demand pull and cost push inflation, because these are the two major type of inflation that we can found in any economy of the world. Next, it is to explain the causes of inflation, what lead toward the rise or downfall into the rate of inflation. So, these are the 3 main session objective where my lecture will be related with. Next, it is the definition of the inflation is a persistent increase in the general price level or a persistent decline in the real income of the people. So, inflationary phenomena we will observe in the economy once the price of the goods and services are continuously increasing, and once there will be a continuous rise in the general price level of the good and services, it will become difficult for the common man or for the people to purchase the good and services. So, once the prices are continuously getting increased and real value of the money it is decreasing, this phenomena is known as inflation. Now, inflation when happen, the same amount of money that you were producing x unit of the goods, now because the inflation has happened or because the prices of the good and services has increased, you cannot purchase the same amount of quantity that you could have purchased a year before or 2, because the prices has increased, but the amount of the money that you are having, it is the same. So, this kind of problem, when the real value of the money it is decreasing, general price level of this of the goods and services increasing, it is being called as inflation. Next, it is deflation. It is a state when the prices are falling persistently or continuously. So, it is just opposite of inflation. Deflation is just opposite of inflation. Into deflation, what we observe that the general price level of the goods is continuously falling down, it is continuously decreasing. So, once we observe that there is a continuous fall into the economy, it is being called as deflation. In stagflation, it is GDP, it is constant, there is no drastic improvement into the GDP of the country, growth is same, growth is intact, there is no positive sign in the growth of the economy, and inflation is also increasing. This phenomena or this situation is being called as stagflation. Generally what happen, it happen in India or it may happen in any other part of the country too, that GDP is not growing or there is no growth in the the economy, but consistent growth or the means the same growth, but prices of the goods and services are increasing. This is being called as stagflation. So, these three terms are interrelated and we must be knowing the difference among each of them. Inflation, when the price of the goods and services consistently increasing. Deflation, when there is a fall in the price of the goods and services. Stagflation, when the GDP of your country is not growing, it is same, it is constant, it is stagnant, and inflation is also increasing. This phenomena can be called as stagflation. Next, it is about inflationary gap. When income in the hand of the people exceed the supply of goods and services, inflationary gap exists. Now, why inflationary gap happened, or why inflationary gap came into existence? It is because at certain point of time, the supply of money has increased. The peoples are having more money in the hand of the consumer, and they are ready to pay the money for the goods and services, but supply of the goods and services, it is same. What will happen? That the same money will chase the fixed number of the goods and services. So, the inflationary gap may came into existence, or inflationary gap can came into. This is how the figure we can indicate about. This is our aggregate demand. This is our aggregate demand over here, and this is what at certain point of time here it went. But after a certain period of time, our aggregate demand has shifted from the place A to here, but our supply has been constant. So, this gap which has been increased, this lead to the inflationary gap. It is because the aggregate demand, due to excess supply of money, demand has increased, but the supply of the goods and services has remained same. So, if the supply will remain same and the money is more in the hand of the people, a problem called inflationary gap may came into existence into your economy. What government should do, or what should happen into the country to avoid the inflationary gap? That companies or the government continuously keep on investing into manufacturing capacity, new plant or new company should came into existence, so that our supply of the goods and services should be equivalent to the aggregate demand into economy. I repeat, inflationary gap happen because the money in the hand of the people is more as compared to supply of goods and services. So, once supply is same or supply is less than the aggregate demand, a inflationary gap will came into existence, which is being shown over here. Next, it is the type of inflation. It is type of inflation. It is demand pull inflation. It is cost push inflation. Demand pull inflation happen, it is because supply of money is more. Cost push inflation happen, it is because cost of the production or cost of the factor of production has increased. Let me discuss one by one in detail. The demand pull inflation, it is increase in money supply. Reserve Bank of India has decided to supply more money into the economy, to infuse more money into the system, to pump in more money into the economy. So, once supply of money will increase, there is a probability that the people will consume more, consumers will buy more. So, because of the or due to the excessive supply into the economy, demand pull inflation is likely to increase. As of now, because of COVID-19, it is Federal Reserve of United States of America, it is the Reserve Bank of India, Central Bank of India, it is European Central Bank, People's Bank of China, the Central Bank of China, major central bank of the world are pumping more money into the economy, they are infusing more money into the economy, so that the peoples and companies are having sufficient money in their hand. But the problem is there, if this money will be continue to be supplied, the chances and the fear of inflation is high. So, at some point of time inflation is high, it is because of the peoples are having more money, or the central bank of the countries has decided let us, we need to pump in more money into the system. Recently the government of United States of America has decided to give stimulus package or $2,000 checks to the American people, because so that they can stimulate demand into America, but demand will rise, but inflation is also likely to increase. Next, it is increase in the disposable income. Disposable income is that portion of the income that people can spend on goods and services. Total income minus all taxes that they have to pay, whatever amount you have left for expenditure or to spend, it is being known as the disposable income. When the disposable income will be more in the hand of the people, they are going to buy more. As a result of that, the inflation is likely to increase. So, higher disposable income lead to higher inflation because consumer spend more. Next, it is increase in aggregate spending, it is savings versus consumption. Consumers are not willing to save more, but to consume more, to expend more. So, once they will be doing more expenditure, they are going to more consume, there will be a demand of the lot of goods and services, and as a result of that inflation is expected to rise. Next, increase in the population of the country. High populations may create demand supply gap. If the population is increasing, but our production capacity, our supply of the goods and services is same, then also the inflation is likely to rise. So, these are the few reasons due to which a demand pull inflation is likely to increase. Next, it is about the cost push inflation. Cost push inflation happen once factor of production prices has increased, or for the organization or the companies cost of the production has increased, therefore, the cost of cost push inflation happen. Once companies have to pay more prices to purchase the raw material, they will pass on these increased prices to the consumer. As a result of that, the prices of the goods and services will increase. So, the cost push inflation is likely to happen. Let us take an example over here. Most of the automobile company, either it is Maruti Suzuki, or it is Hyundai, or it is Tata Motors, or it is Mahindra and Mahindra, or all the automobile companies are facing increased prices of the factor of production. It is steel, it is aluminum, it is rubber, or it is copper. So, once their major raw material is going to increase, then their cost of production will increase. As a result of that, they will increase the prices of the car or automobile product, and ultimately the price of the goods and services will increase. So, this increment into the price of the goods and services, it is because of the raw material cost or cost of the factor of production has increased. For example, the crude oil prices are increasing, as they are increasing continuously since few weeks. So, once the crude oil prices will increase, then the paint company which are using crude oil as a raw material, they are bound to increase their prices. So, cost push inflation happen because the raw material prices or the prices of the factor in productions are increasing. As a result of that, cost push inflation happen. Next, there is a it is scarcity of resources. Scarcity of resources means the resources that you are using, they are not available into enough quantity, they are not available into ample quantity, then company is bound to purchase this scarce resource at higher prices, and ultimately this will lead to increment into the cost of production, and that might lead to the higher prices. Next, it is about the natural calamities. Something happened that you have never estimated, something that you have never planned. Naturally, some disruption has happened, some earthquake, flood has came, due to which supply of the goods and services has been hampered. So, due to natural calamity, when you are not in the position to supply goods and services, your inflation is likely to increase. At some point of time, there was a problem, natural calamity in Japan, the component of the automobile products, the prices was rising because supply was hampered from Japan. Or you have recently seen there was a natural calamity into Kerala. So, the supply of the goods and services into that particular region has been hampered badly. So, due to natural calamity, if you are not in the position to supply goods and services, it might lead to certain disruption, and due to which inflation might rise. Next, it is about industrial dispute. When workers are not coming, workers are having certain differences with the management, they are not turning toward the plant regularly, or they are not coming to the manufacturing. So, once these kind of disputes happen, then the production hampered, supply is going to be hampered, and the inflation is about to rise. Recently, we have seen this dispute has happened in Wistron, the contract manufacturer of Apple into Karnataka. Recently, we have seen this industrial dispute in Toyota, that they had some differences over. So, because of that, inflation can also rises over. It is obsolete technology or costly advanced technology. If companies will use advanced technology, due to that also, because advanced technology come at higher prices, and that might lead toward the higher cost. How do we measure the inflation? What are the different mechanism to measure the inflation? So, in India generally we use to, it is CPI, that is Consumer Price Index, which measure the retail inflation, and it is wholesale price index that measure the wholesale inflation. So, these I have taken 4 for detailed discussion. The first, it is about the producers price index. Average changes in the prices received by domestic producer for their input. So, at prices at which the producer or the companies are selling their product, it is producer price index for domestic producer. Wholesale price index, it measure the price level at the wholesale level. Next, it is about the consumer price index. Consumer price index measure at which consumers are purchasing the goods and in the market. So, this consumer price index is very important, and we measure what whether the inflation has increased, whether the inflation has decreased. Next, it is about the service price index, at what rate, at what prices services are being offered, and whether there is a increment into the prices of the services. It is going to be measured by service price index. So, these are 4 that I had discussed, but broadly widely used, it is wholesale price index, which is for wholesale prices, and it is for the consumer price index, the prices which are being paid by individual consumers. Now, there are 2 broad causes of inflation. What lead to this increment into the level of inflation? It is first, factor on demand side. So, there are certain factor on the demand side that may lead toward the high rate of inflation. The demand side factor, these are the following. It is first, increase in money supply. So, as just I had discussed that once there is a increase or supply of money is high in the economy, and the peoples are having more money in their hand to spend, this might lead to high rate of inflation. See Reserve Bank of India, or it is Federal Bank of United States of America, or State Bank of Pakistan, which is Central Bank of Pakistan, or it is People Bank of China, which is the Central Bank of China, or European Central Bank, that is the Central Bank of Europe. They decide whether the supply of money need to be high or whether the supply of money need to be low. So, if Reserve Bank of India lowered down CRR rate, lowered down the SLR rate, repo rate or reverse repo rate, that might lead to increment into the supply of money, and high supply of money means people are having more money in their hand to spend, and this might lead toward the high rate of inflation. So, excess supply of money could be one reasons because of inflations might be increasing. Yesterday, Mr. Subramaniam has presented economic survey, and he has advocated for that more supply money need to be put in place, so that businesses and the economy continue to grow. So, if this money or printing happen, new money came into existence, that also might be a reason of inflation. Next, it is about the disposable income. People have more money in their hand, people can spend more on the good and services, consumers can buy more good and services since their disposable income is rising. So, higher disposable income lead to higher demand lead to higher prices of the good and services. So, disposable income is also a cause of inflation. So, in those countries or economy where the disposable income is continuously rising or increasing, we can observe, we can find out that their the inflation is also increasing. Next, it is about the deficit financing, the fiscal deficit, whatever shortage has happened into. So, this portion, so the expenditure and sources of expenditure and sources of revenue. If sources of expenditure is high and sources of revenue is less, so there will be a deficit. So, this deficit has to be financed by new printing or by supplying new money into the system. So, if deficit financing is going to be high, new money is going to be circulated into the economy, this can also become a cause of inflation, printing new money to finance deficit. Next, it is about the foreign exchange reserve. There is a high supply of money into your economy. Foreign exchange reserves is going to be increased. India's foreign exchange reserve, it is increasing at an exponential rate. Okay. So, this foreign exchange reserve, if it is high, it lead to a high rate of inflation into the economy. Next, it is about the causes of inflation on the supply side. I want to say that if demand is there, but due to any reason supply is not happening, or we can't supply our goods and services on time, supply shortage will happen, and that might lead to increase into rate of inflation. Due to COVID-19, during lockdown, we have seen several companies was facing a problem of supply chain, logistics issues were there, they were not in the position to take their goods and services from one place to the another. So, because of these reasons, when this kind of problems may came into existence, supply side could be one factor, because of that problems are likely to be there into the economy. Next, it is about the erratic agriculture growth. Erratic agriculture growth, it is what this is growth has happened into agriculture, the prices of the agriculture produce are high, farmers are getting good price for their good and services. So, once there will be erratic growth, exponential growth into the agriculture, the income level of the farmer will rise and they will start spending on certain good and services. For example, whenever the farmers crops goes on higher prices, they sold their produce at higher prices, then the demand for the goods that are used into the rural areas, it goes increasing. They will purchase tractor, they will purchase agriculture equipment, they will purchase various seeds, urea that are used into their for the further agriculture purposes. So, once there are growth into the agriculture, it also might lead toward a betterment or the growth into the economy. Now, high rise into the inflation. Next, it is about agriculture price policy. Minimum support price or what policy the government has capped. whether the government had decided to increase the price, the minimum support price for certain crops. If the minimum support price has been increased, so price of those goods will high, and due to which inflation is expected to increase. Next, it is about inadequate industrial growth. As the demand has increased, industrial growth is not happening in the similar pattern, or industrial growth is not happening in the same proportion or into the same rate, then inflation is likely to happen into the economy. So, industrial growth or economic activity should happen in accordance or as per the emerging demand into economy. So, this kind of these are the certain factor that lead toward the inflation due to supply side or supply constraint. So, I had discussed about inflation is what, and what are the different types of the inflation, and what are the different causes of inflation. Inflation is a phenomena when the price of the good and services are continuously increasing, and all the central bank of the countries are objected, or they aim to control the rate of inflation, because it is not being considered good for the health of the economy, because people will not be able to buy the good and services as they keep on buying earlier, because the real value of money is decreasing, and you need to pay more money to buy the same amount of the goods and services. Deflation it is when the prices of the goods are continuously decreasing. Stagflation is when the GDP is same, there is no growth into the GDP, there is no growth into the economy, but the inflation, prices of the goods and services are increasing. It is the level of stagflation, or it is the phenomena that can be called as the stagflation into the economy. There are two types of the inflation, it is demand push and cost push. Demand push inflation happen because demand has rise or demand has increased, and there are several factor for increasing the demand into the economy, and major factor it is that the supply of money is more, people are having more money in their hand, it is because of their disposable income has increased, or Reserve Bank of India has eased their monetary policy, due to which supply of money has increased into the economy, and now people are having more money in their hand and they can spend on the goods and services, and due to which the demand pull inflation will came into existence. Next was the cost push inflation. Cost push inflation happened because prices of the factor of production has increased, and now the cost of productions for the company has increased. So, once the company will realize or company will face that their cost of production has increased, then they are bound to pass on their increased price to the consumer. Now, consumer will have to pay more prices for their goods and services, and due to which inflation is likely to increase. Then I had discussed about how inflation has to be measured. It is about producers index, wholesale price index, consumer price index, and it is the service price index. So, these can be measured, and broadly it is the consumer price index, it is for retail, and the wholesale price index, it is for the prices at the wholesale. Causes of inflation I discussed, it is supply side or it is demand side, and both can lead toward the rate of inflation. So, that is all for inflation. Thank you very much. These are the references. Thank you so much.